The black table.
Tucker Carlson, he is not my friend. I know you want him to be my friend because you want him to be your friend. Tucker Carlson no longer had a dog whistle, he had a bullhorn, and he was hitting all the white supremacist talking points. The replacement theory, crime in Chicago, culture problem with the blacks. I mean, he hit everything that he could possibly say about black people. There were a lot of people that called themselves progressive who loved Tucker Carlson. Because at one time, he said, Julian Assange should be free. Then they overlooked all the bad, negative, horrific, racist, bigoted, slanted, false narratives he put out about black people. But here's something I know about Tucker Carlson, that all of you people that tell me how I should love him because Matt Taibbi and Aaron Mate and Jimmy Dore got to go on the show, every single one of these white supremacists, black-hating assholes that shoot up whatever that killed black people, guess what news show they watched? They weren't watching Don Lemon. So if you got more fire for Don Lemon and you got nothing to say about Tucker Carlson, you ain't my friend, you're not my ally, you are an impediment to progress.
One of the first things you realize when you step outside the noise for a few days is how many genuinely nice people there are in this country.
See, this is what you do. You run far right, and then you move back to the center when you got to deal with regular people again. I said you run to the right, that's where you get your money. Give me money, give me money, give me all the money. Then you run back to the center and pretend all that shit you said earlier don't apply. You white guy it. Hi. Hi. That's how y'all do us in the morning. What's up, man? Hi. That fake, they don't want to look at you, they don't want to talk to you. Why is this black person talking to me? Hi.
The other thing you notice when you take a little time off is how unbelievably stupid most of the debates you see on television are.
Yeah, you used to be a part of those debates. I remember Jon Stewart eating your lunch during one.
You're doing theater when you should be doing debate, which would be great.
No, it's
not honest. What you do is not honest. What you do is partisan hackery. And I'll tell you why I know it.
You have John Kerry on your show, and you sniff his throne, and you're accusing us of partisan hackery?
Absolutely.
You've got to be kidding, man.
You're on CNN. The show that leads into me is puppets making crank phone calls. What is wrong with you? You know, the interesting thing that I have is you have a responsibility to the public discourse. And you fail miserably.
School, I think.
You need to go to one. The thing that I want to say is, when you have people on for just knee-jerk, reactionary talk...
Wait, I thought you were going to be funny. Come on, be funny.
No, I'm not going to be your monkey.
They're completely irrelevant. They mean nothing. In 5 years, we won't even remember that we had them.
I still remember Jon Stewart removing your body parts with a dull knife. I still remember the vasectomy he gave you live on TV. You can't have no kids. You can't have no kids. This is a role he's playing, and people buy it. You frustrate me. You frustrate me with this. Tucker Carlson's not my friend. I don't care how many times you try to tell me he is. You know another thing? When I tell you somebody's not a friend of black people, and you ain't black, shut up and believe what I said. Stop trying to make me have to convince you that this guy is a racist. Stop making me convince you about how I feel about him. You can feel how you want to feel. There are people that hate Dave Chappelle. I love Dave Chappelle. You ain't gonna change my opinion. I also love Richard Pryor, George Carlin, Patrice O'Neal. Okay, I get it. You like what you like. But this is my platform. I'm gonna tell you, Tucker Carlson has never been good for black people. Tucker Carlson used to be on MSNBC and CNN. So anybody on a high horse about how horrible Tucker is, who can't give Don Lemon the business, shut up, they used to work at the same place. I'm one of those people that believe if you work at a place for a decade or whatever, you shouldn't be able to go, then leave and get religion and say, hey, that place really sucked. You took their paychecks for 10 years and you never flinched. Sounds like someone you know, but I won't mention their name. But the same thing goes for Tucker Carlson. Tucker was a CNN, MSNBC kid who got his lunch ate. That's why he went to Fox. And that's got nothing to do with him being fired. I really don't care why they got fired. People get fired every day. I don't see them crying about either anybody else getting fired. Mrs. Black, I'm done. You got anything?
That was a nice role. That was excellent.
Hey, it is. I appreciate you. Me clap it up for
Oh, gosh. I I never really watched Tucker. I've seen him, here and there talking about being replaced. And, he could have been out there with the tiki torches talking about we're not being replaced. He could have been in that little group out there in Charlottesville a few years back. I don't know. Maybe they'll team up. He and Don Lemon have like a Pucker Lemon podcast or something. Lemon Pucker.
That's a good one. You've been hanging around me too much, Mrs. Black, too much.
The Black Table